off Saturday night, I just filmed dinner for Saturday, but I had enchiladas with some guacamole, and then after dinner, my mom and I made a bowl of popcorn and sat by the fire. On Sunday, I made some banana oat pancakes. I kind of just made up the recipe, but I'll put everything that I used on the screen. They were really good, and they ended up making a lot more than I thought.
So I made a bunch of pancakes today. The beginning ones turned out very burnt, but then gradually they got better. Yeah, I'm just having that with some syrup. I have a half a banana that I can add on top.
So then I went to hang out with my friend, but when I came back, I snacked on some of the popcorn that I had made the night before. Moving on to lunch, I made myself a panini with turkey, some cheese, and some guacamole. Yeah, that's it. And then I made this in the panini press, and it turned out amazing. And then for dinner, we ordered in sushi. My favorite is the salmon roll. It was so good. To end off the night, I had one of these Yasso mint chocolate chip bars. Not my favorite flavor, but it was still pretty good. Now moving on to Monday morning, I made my signature yogurt bowl with blueberries, these two types of granola. I have this so often. Every morning with my breakfast, I have a cup of green tea. It's my favorite type of tea, and I love having it in the morning during my first class. And I was still hungry, so I had 2 more pancakes from the day before. For lunch, I just had a turkey sandwich with some chips. Later in the day, I had some honey roasted chickpeas from Whole Foods. They're really good. I often have them as a snack. I just finished the bag. And then I also had an orange while I watched some YouTube. For dinner, I had a non-spicy version of mapa tofu. It's basically just rice with green beans, chicken, and tofu. And then around 9, after I got back from swim, I just had some of these gummies. On Tuesday for breakfast, I had the same yogurt bowl as the day before with green tea, and then 2 pancakes with syrup. For lunch, I had leftover bean soup. It just has like 10 different kinds of beans, and it's very good. Then for a snack, I had an orange and pretzels with hummus. Later in the day, I decided to make pumpkin muffins, so that's what I'm doing right now. So dry ingredients are done, and now it's time to move on to the wet ingredients. I just added the pumpkin. And now we try it. Looking good. Now I'm going to clean up the kitchen before I cut the pecans, because messy kitchen equals angry parents. And we don't want angry parents because it's not a pretty sight. Now we stir. So here's the menu if you guys want to try it. You can screenshot. This is pumpkin bread, but I obviously just make it into muffins. It makes about 24 to 26. Very good, definitely recommend. Here they are. They just came out of the oven. For dinner, I had soba noodles with chicken and broccoli, and then it has an Asian sauce over. For dessert, I had half of the pumpkin muffins that I just made. We haven't gotten snow in so long, and I'm so happy. Moving on to Wednesday morning, I had an acai bowl with these 2 types of granola and frozen blueberries on top. This is what it looked like after the snowstorm. For lunch, I had leftover shepherd's pie. And then for a snack, I had like a mini yogurt bowl. I only made like half. And then I had half of a bagel with peanut butter. while I was doing some homework. For dinner, we had teriyaki salmon, mini roasted potatoes, and some broccoli. It was very good. And then for dessert, I had a piece of cake because my grandma's birthday was the day before and we just had leftovers. Thursday morning, I decided to make oatmeal. So what I use is water, half a cup of oats, peanut butter, cinnamon, and half of a banana. Okay, I look so bad right now, but anyways, let's not get my face. Final step, peanut butter. Just put some on the side. Like that much. That's today's breakfast. See you guys whenever I eat next. After I shut the camera off, I decided to finish the other half of the banana. So because term 3 just started, my lunch is now from 10:35 to 11:30. So it's really early, but now it's like 11 and I'm not really hungry. So I'm just gonna make a yogurt bowl. After that, in my next class, I just snacked on some of these chickpea puffs. They're pretty good, I would definitely recommend. Then later in the day, my dad and I took a trip to Pressed Cafe and I got a strawberry banana smoothie. Finally, for dinner, we had this vegetarian vegetable soup. It had barley, potatoes, mushrooms, carrots, peas, and a bunch of other things. I'm literally rushing because I have class in like 12 minutes and my dad's in a meeting, so I have to be quiet. You guys can probably guess what I made for breakfast. Yogurt bowl. I put some walnuts in it today. And then I'm just gonna have one of my pumpkin muffins and I'm gonna defrost that and then eat it in class because I don't have time. Okay, so here's today's breakfast. And then of course with my breakfast, I have my tea like every other day. I have to have a cup of this every morning. These are leftovers, but it's carrots, kale, chickpeas, cabbage, I think. And then this is just a mix of rice, quinoa, barley, and I'm just gonna mix the two. So I just combine the two. And just got out of school. I'm gonna lift in a couple minutes, but I'm gonna have some of these. And these are honey mustard and onion. It sounds like a weird combo, but it's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna finish these and then go lift. See you guys whenever I eat next. Before swim, I had a banana that was very overripe. For dinner, my dad made fries in the air fryer, and then we had this frittata, kind of like a thick omelet. It's egg based, and then it has spinach and mushrooms and onions, I think, in it. For dessert, I had one of these brownies with some frozen yogurt. So now it's Saturday morning. This is the last day I filmed. For breakfast, I had half of a pumpkin muffin. My dad made some hash browns, so I had some of those, and then yet again, 2 more leftover pancakes. Later for a snack, I had this yogurt. It's the Light and Fit kind, and it's just vanilla. Dinner was homemade pizza. We buy pizza dough from Whole Foods, and then we just put our own toppings on. We put garlic powder on the dough before the sauce, which makes it taste like Domino's. It's amazing. Today we just did mushroom. Sometimes we do spinach or other toppings. Here is the final product. It was so good. Just finished dinner.
I made this big bowl of popcorn. My mom and I normally make a big bowl at the end of the week, either like Friday or Saturday. We make our popcorn ourselves, so it's not like the bag type, but like we put all the kernels in there with oil and then we pop it on the stove.